Y glwsyd go hart idda'r salúnastal, han awn díadach gyda olafil y siade ad y molecwn, mesal idbal cosio, nid y fa iog, a chai cwdiwg y cainach gydwg y gem ewlus, brosnach algi, tra na bear.
I started playing football when I was about 7. I didn't play it at first. My brother actually played first. I usually before was playing like volleyball, basketball, ran track. Our family was very into sports. We were very just into anything that we could to just keep us physically active. So started playing for my club in Texas. One of the coaches, they kind of felt like I was able to play with the older girls. So they asked my parents if they could pull me up to play with like a higher age group, and they were like, "Oh, I don't know, like if she's ready, she might get, bumped around." He's like, "Oh, like she's ready to go." So they like trusted him. I was able to do that, and I felt like I was able to jump right in. It kind of just started the journey per se of me being like just in love with football. And I think also people are in love with things that they know, like they feel like they're good at and you can enjoy. Like all the effort I put into it, it worked out. It was just a great experience to be able to just move with the ball, play with my friends, create like these different types of connections, especially when it came to like the traveling part of football that came when you're older, of traveling to different states with different tournaments, meeting new people, making new friends. It was just a great experience overall. And I think football does very well of helping you create those connections everywhere. Just very interesting to get all the different cultures, get all different vibes. So I feel like it's just a very loving sport.
Rwgigi an the Texas, agus y siwi i ygol tro system college na Statyn Unigde ag olhai California Jace, ha hwnia ag siade ag either international college Jamaica, ruta hai y ddiish, y cwmal fasg either cri.
About 12 to 16, I was in the U.S. pool, which is very exciting. I've made a lot of great friends there I'm still friends with today, and I'm seeing a lot of them play for the full team right now, which is very exciting. And then around 16, 17, I played against the U20 coach, Jamaican coach for his club team, Lauren Donaldson. He had asked, if I was interested in playing for Jamaica, and I was like, my mom's Jamaican. I'm interested in in any opportunity I can. And he said I feel like you could be a really big factor for this team, and I think you have a high potential of making the senior team. So I feel like him reaching out saying we want you, we feel like you could be a great addition to this team was just very comforting per se, and it just made pushed me to be able to do that. So I ended up being called up to the U20s. I did U17, then got later called up to the full team, and then called to be on the World Cup team, which was just very exciting, being 18 at that time, or 17 turning 18. I was just this is something that only 300 plus women get to do every 4 years. This is something that I'm going to remember forever, be part of this historic team, the first women's Jamaican team to qualify for a World Cup. So it was just very exciting. And just going to France was just, I think, a surreal moment, especially getting to start a match. I'll never forget the June 14th. I'll always remember for that moment. It's just a very, I feel impactful moment for me in my life.
Se seo hiad hwn an profesiynta hwyd siadi ddiaf, agus ha hwnia an an olpa, agus a clich le hart, eith cortig via gymor.
It's been great. I mean, it's a very, keep the ball type of aspect, also physical. I think it's a very great, all-around play. So this being my first pro team internationally, I've loved the environment, loved the staff, loved the girls. Changing from obviously U.S. to here is obviously a big change in different things, whether it's the style of play, etc., to how coaches play or how girls interact. But either way, it's been a great experience.
Een rutan a bear a ha tachers yn tesense, se nu de hila te dash for vi edjedig en de Spartans en David. Game of a kiel getaut de shade se dachuch, gepersente agus kuchach, fadachig, sin skippe it fat.
That was a very, I would say, crazy, hectic match. Obviously, we started the match down. We were able to get a goal before half, but it wasn't how we weren't performing the way we wanted to. And I felt people have asked me what my favorite goal of the season, and people would think, oh, it's the third goal to tie it up, but it actually would probably be the last one, just because I feel that was a team goal. I feel a very great moment for us as a team to come together. We were down, we weren't performing the way we wanted to, but we knew in this moment if we wanted to be in the top 6, if we wanted to at least put ourselves in a position to be able to end the season on a very high note, that we had to come through for each other, and I think in that moment we did.
Ag is fichid sa trí, ha go leor bhléanachin hásteigh seada an na ballcóise. Ach anna hamsan eich gedídach iad na rútan, ha ma caniú an drásta, teach a bhí a coiad, ráata iad earth.
I think that going forward, we, as a team and as girls, we've talked about what we want and how we want to end the season, and it's on a high note with no regrets, not thinking we could have put more into it or we could have put more effort. We don't want that to even be a question. So that's definitely a goal. As for like far future, I have no idea. I obviously want to continue playing football and continue growing as a player, as a person. So I feel like maybe, one more World Cup would be lovely. But what I'm looking forward to, I think just growing as a footballer, growing as a player, is probably what I want most.